First of all, I want to apologize because I was so flummoxed by the outrageous allegations. My focus was somewhat jarred. But as far as I'm concerned, the evidence in this case clearly demonstrate that these damages, even if he was bumped by the defendant, pre-existed his entering the car wash itself. So I find there is absolutely no basis for his contention that she caused this damage. Now, there is, of course, the police officer's comments about his viewing the video. And it may very well be that he perceived it as if the defendant had bumped him. But that doesn't mean that she caused the accident, because all of these car wash places have someone, an attendant, who tells you to come in when it's time for you to come in, when the preceding car is moved along. And if she was directed to go in, as I'm sure she was, she went in when she was supposed to. So I'm so outraged that this plaintiff has persisted in the way that he has, and what he's alleging the defendants are guilty of, that is hitting and running and leaving the scene of an accident.
I mean, it's pretty clear they couldn't run. They were still attached to the car wash, you know. But the bottom line is there's no way that he was hit from the sides and the top and the bottom, and there is no possible way, as I said, other than a Mack truck hitting him at 110 miles an hour, that all of his spinal discs are unaligned now.
And then he went to vacuum.
Yeah, and of course, because you want to be neat when you drive yourself to the hospital. I mean, it's an outrage, and that's why to their counterclaim
with that outrage.
Yes, to that counterclaim
into $5,000.
Yes, absolutely.
When you bring a lawsuit against somebody, it is a weapon. When you use a weapon against someone for no good faith basis, there should be consequences. So I hope we're going to give these defendants $5,000 on their counterclaim.
We're going to give them $5,000 because if I'm this distressed in 10 minutes, they have to really be distressed after dealing with him and for months. I mean, he's just the type of personality that makes you feel volatile.
Yes.
Don't invite him to sue us, though.
This court is again in session.
We've reached a verdict. It's unanimous. The plaintiff has utterly failed to sustain his burden of proof. We need not even rely on the testimony of the defendants or your testimony for that matter, but we can rely on photographs that clearly demonstrate months before you're going into the car wash, all indicating that the damages that you are pointing to all pre-existed whatever occurred in that car wash. On top of that, we have a car wash attendant in the video that we saw asking if you're okay, and you apparently indicating that everything was all right because you continued through the remainder of the car wash. You were driving without insurance, which demonstrates a certain callous indifference to the rights of others. You sue the defendants and you allege that they left the scene of the accident, fracturing your back, that they would leave and not be concerned about you. So as far as we're concerned, you have tried to commit a fraud on this court. And you saw this as an opportunity to make some money. And as a result, you caused the defendants anguish, you caused them grief, you caused them embarrassment. And here we are in this public forum where you are alleging essentially that they fraudulently concocted evidence to cover up their negligence or their callous indifference to other people in the community. You're very wrong, young man. And you're wrong to the tune of $5,000 because we grant the defendant's countersuit against you for the full amount that they asked. Your complaint is dismissed and your countersuit is granted to the tune of $5,000.